friends. Thanks for joining me today. It is Thursday, the 23rd of October. Today in our meditative yoga sesh, we're going to be talking about patience. And I'm going to give you 3 quick ways that you can obtain a life of patience right now. Psych, just kidding. It doesn't work like that. But we're going to see what we can do to find some patience in our body and soul here in the next half an hour. So join me. Our peak pose today is going to be a warrior 3 pose, which is where you're standing on one leg and your body is horizontal to the ground. Everybody can do it. Don't be scared. I'm going to lead you into it very gently, but you might want to have the back of the couch or a wall or a chair or something handy to use for balance if you're new to this pose. Let's get started. We're going to start standing today on our mats in our mountain pose here. So Tadasana. Let's start with our feet shoulder width apart. Our knees, our hips, our shoulders are stacked over top of our ankles. Hands are reaching towards the floor, palms forward. Our shoulders are away from our ears. Our chin is nice and tucked. We're going to try to avoid that screen slump that we all have so easily. We're going to try to pull the top of our head towards the ceiling to have a nice neutral spine. We're going to avoid that arch in our low back. We're going to curl our hips under slightly. Start in our Tadasana here. Big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more times. Big breath in. Let's add our arms. Big breath in. Arms come overhead. Reach for the ceiling. Make yourself bigger and release. 2 more times. Big breath in. Arms reach for the ceiling. Make your body big and back down. 1 more time. And bring that right ear to that right shoulder. Gentle breaths now. You could put your hand on your heart and your belly as you start to become aware of your breath. Inhale up and exhale left ear to left shoulder. And back up 1 more time, right ear to right shoulder. This time think about pulling your arms gently towards the floor. And other side, pull those arms gently to the floor. And now we're going to try with our arms flat out to the side, parallel to the floor. Palms turn up, right ear to right shoulder. See how that changes. Any stretch. And inhale up, exhale over. And down, let's roll those shoulders. Let's do a quick arm swing to wake up our twisting muscles. Very scientific term I'm using. Twisting muscles. And let's do a cat and cow, standing cat and cow. And what we're doing is rounding our upper back, opening our chest. Try to sync it with your breath. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And let's bring our right foot forward here, just slightly. We're not in a big, wide stance. Hips are facing forward, shoulders are facing forward, arms are reaching to the floor. Big inhale, and on your exhale, turn your shoulders, open your shoulders to the right. Try to reach those fingertips towards the floor. Big inhale, and on your exhale, come back to center. Bring that right foot behind you just slightly. It's not a big stance. Big inhale here. Our hips are facing forward. Our hips are parallel to the floor. Same with our shoulders, looking forward. Big inhale. On our exhale, we're going to open our shoulders to the left. On your exhale, come back to center. Feet come back to shoulder width apart, stacked underneath of our hips and shoulders. Hips and shoulders are nice and parallel to the floor. And what we're going to do is pull those scapula down your back so your ears are nice and far, your shoulders are nice and far away from your ears. And we're just going to rock forward and back on our toes and our heels. Keep your legs straight. We're hinging at the ankle. We're not bending at the hip. Just a gentle hinge forward and back from the ankle. And see what this feels like in your body, in your legs, in your tummy as you go forward and back in the bottoms of your feet. What does this feel like? We're waking up our balance muscles here. And come back to center. And now we're going to keep hinging at the ankle. And we're just going to sway left and right. We're just moving our body weight over one foot and then the other. Keeping our knees, our hips still. And the movement is happening in our ankles. And now let's see if we can make it a circle going one way. And now make a circle going the other way. And as you're thinking about that, maybe consider how you're coming to your mat today. And nicely done. Shake it out. Give those legs a bend. Maybe we'll do a runner's stretch here. Put your weight on your left foot. Kick that right heel back to your right hand. Point that knee down to the floor. Just stretch that right quad. It's a good opportunity to roll your ankle if you want to do that. Maintain your balance. Ooh. And go ahead and switch. Left foot up. Point that knee to the floor. Think about where your hips are, if they're up or down, what they're doing, what your shoulders are doing. Circle that ankle. Feel that stretch. Nice. We're going to start with our lunge wheel. We're going to do it a couple times through. The first time is going to be nice and gentle, long stretches and kind of a warm up. We're not quite warm yet. So come to the top of your mat, start in your nice Tadasana. Remember your feet are shoulder width apart. Knees, hips, shoulders are stacked, rib cage is centered, chin is tucked. We're not going to do our screen slump here. We're going to have a nice neutral spine all the way down. Top of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. Hands are open in front of you towards the room in front. Big breath in here. On your exhale, sink your hips, bend those knees, bring your arms up by your ears. Nice neutral spine here. We're going to keep those hips tucked under slightly so we avoid an arch in our back. Hands come to heart center. Big inhale. On your exhale, weight goes over your left foot, right foot steps back. Arms come above your head, left knee stays bent over top of your heel. Now your weight is rooting down through your left heel, the ball of your right foot. Arms are nice and high by our ears. Big inhale. On your exhale, open your hips slightly to the right. Pivot that back foot so it's parallel to the edge of your mat, perpendicular to your left foot. Hands are parallel to the floor, palms facing down. Your left knee is still over top of your left ankle. Big breath in here. On your exhale, straighten that left knee. Left hand finds your left shin. Right hand reaches for the ceiling. And come back up to standing tall. Feet are still a little wider than shoulder width apart. Feet are at a 45-degree angle pointing to the edge of our mat. Our hips are tucked under. We are tightening our glutes, our lower tummy, and even our inner thighs to maintain a nice stable structure here. Hands are nice and wide. We're going to take a big inhale here, and on our exhale, we're going to keep our knees nice and wide, pointing over our toes. We're going to bend our knees, keep those hips tucked under, and come down to kind of a sumo squat here. Our hands find a 45-degree angle. And while you're here in this pose we call the goddess pose, think about a time when you were especially patient with someone, or if someone was especially patient to you. You want to rock back and forth, you can do that. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left foot pivots. So we're parallel to the short edge of our mat. Right foot readjusts so it's parallel with the long edge of our mat. Our right hand finds our right shin. Left hand finds the ceiling, and we look at our left hand. Legs are straight here. And inhale, come up, bend that front knee so your knee is over top of your right ankle. Hands are out nice and long. Palms are facing the floor. Big inhale in our warrior two here. Big inhale. On your exhale, swing those arms around and up by your ears. Pivot that back foot so your weight is on the ball of your back foot. You're looking at the back edge of your mat. in your warrior one here. Your choice if you want to have your hands open in a V or your hands up by your ears. You can bring your hands to heart center. Guard that low back, tuck those hips under. And inhale, bring those shoulders over top of that front knee, bend that back leg and press up into your chair. Big inhale and exhale up into your Tadasana. Nicely done, friends. You did it. Very nicely done. Let's roll our shoulders back and down. We're going to do our sun salutation sequence here. You're probably familiar with this. I'll talk you through it if not. We're going to start again in our Tadasana. Big breath in, make sure everything is stacked, tucked, and centered. We're going to open our arms wide up over our head on our inhale. We're going to press our hips forward slightly. Tighten your tummy, open your armpits to the corner of the ceiling in front of you. Short inhale, and on your exhale, send those hips back, those shoulders down, and let's relax here into our forward bend. Let's spend a minute here rocking back and forth. Release your head to the floor, release your neck to the floor. Maybe you grab your elbows. Big inhale, big exhale. Hands find your shins. Head comes forward, spine goes nice and neutral, chin is tucked, nose is pointing towards the floor, and we're going to pedal our feet here. Our shoulders are at a 45-degree angle to our legs. Pedal those feet, a bit of a sciatic nerve floss here. Big inhale. On your exhale, hands find the floor, feet come back. We're going to rest here, in our plank. We're going to build some heat here. If you want to rock back and forth on your toes, you could rock your toes left and right, but we're going to stay in the plank here for just a beat. Keep your knees, your hips directly between your shoulders and ankles. Okay, Chaturanga Dandasana, go for it. I'm going to demonstrate knees to the floor. Come down slowly. Little inhale here. On your exhale, bring your shoulders off the mat into a baby cobra. Exhale down. Big inhale. We're going to come to an upward dog. And in our upward dog, we're going to have our weight in the tops of our feet and our hands. Knees and hips are off the floor. Big inhale here as much as you can in this awkward pose. And on your exhale, come up into your downward dog. Pedal those feet. Knees find the mat. Come into your tabletop. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. Wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, and we're going to do a cat and cow here. And in your cat and cow, I'm going to read today's meditation. 1 Timothy 1 verse 16, "But I received mercy for this reason, that in me, as the foremost sinner, Jesus Christ might display his perfect patience as an example to those who were to believe in him for eternal life." Okay, friends, tuck those toes. Float those knees off the mat. Hips come up to the ceiling into your downward dog. Knees and elbows are straight. Pedal those feet for a quick beat. Walk those feet up to those hands. You can jump if you got it. Rest here in a forward bend. Bend those knees. Hands come toward the mat. Shoulders come up, hips come down, and we're back into our Tadasana. Very nice. Wiggle it out. You did it. Now we've come to our warrior here. I'm going to scoot my chair a little bit closer. If a chair isn't easy for you to get to, maybe come to the wall, stand about maybe a little bit longer than arm's length from the wall. As you wish, grab the couch, whatever works for you. We're going to stand in our Tadasana here. Let's roll those shoulders back and down. Feet are shoulder width apart, knees, hips, shoulders are stacked, rib cage is centered, chin is tucked. Top of our head is reaching towards the ceiling. We're going to take one big inhale. On our exhale, hips come down, shoulders come forward slightly into our chair. Find your prayer hands. Spine is nice and neutral. Hips are tucked slightly. Big inhale. On your exhale, right foot comes back. Not too far. Hands come up. Root down through that front heel. Feel those toes on the mat. Maybe you press those toes into the mat. Big inhale. On your exhale, float that back toe. Weight comes over your front leg. Top of your body comes down. Your leg comes up. And here's our warrior. Okay, bend that left leg. Right foot finds the mat. Hands come up, back into your lunge. Big inhale, find your prayer hands. Exhale, shoulders come over top of that front leg. Press off that back leg. Come back to your Tadasana. Nicely done, you did it. Be patient with yourself here. It's not always going to be pretty, and we might have to come in and out of the pose. The foot may come down, or we might be resting more heavily on our chair than we wanted to. It's okay. We're going to try that one more time on our left foot. Start in your Tadasana. Big breath in. Exhale into your chair. Inhale into your lunge, warrior one. Big inhale here. Exhale, lean over top of your front leg. Float that left foot. And feel what your ankles are doing here. We did those ankle warm-ups in the beginning. Feel what your hips are doing here. Come in and out of the position as you need to. Big inhale, exhale, foot comes down. Back into your lunge. Hands to heart center, shoulders lean forward. Push off that back leg into a chair with hands to heart center. Find your neutral spine here. Big inhale. And exhale, come back to your Tadasana. Nicely done. We're going to do that on our right leg now. Find your Tadasana. As you come through this position, we know kind of what it feels like now on one side. As we try it on the other side, see if you can call to mind a time when God has shown patience towards you. Inhale, come to your chair. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale into your lunge. Right leg is forward, knee is over top of your ankle. Hips are tucked. Big inhale. Exhale, shoulders come over top of your knee. Float that left foot. Bring those shoulders parallel to the ground. And we've got our warrior 2, 3. Release that left leg, bend that front leg. Hands come back up into your lunge. Big inhale, hands come to heart center, shoulders lean forward. Press off that back leg into your chair. Find that neutral spine, tuck those hips. And inhale. Exhale, back in your Tadasana. We did it. We did it. Shake those legs. Roll those shoulders. Back in your Tadasana, nice and stacked. Chest is centered, chin is tucked. Big inhale, find your chair. Exhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, right leg comes back. Did I do that right? Nope, sorry. Left leg comes back. Whew. Big inhale, lean forward, shoulders come over that knee. Float that left foot, straighten that right leg. Body comes to parallel. Think about what that ankle is doing. Keep those hips square to the mat. Try not to sink into that hip. Try to keep some extension in your hip. Big inhale, foot finds the mat, front leg bends, back into our lunge. Hands find heart center, shoulders come forward, press up into your chair. Guard that arch in the low back. Big inhale and back up to Tadasana. Nicely done. Take a big inhale, arms overhead. Press forward slightly and bend into our nice forward bend. Rock left and right. Release that head to the floor. Grab those elbows. Palms find your shins. Press into a flat back, neutral spine. Tuck that chin. Nose is pointing towards the floor. Big inhale, exhale, hands find the mat, feet find plank. Stay here for a beat. Enjoy that heat. Knees find the mat or chaturanga. Come down, press up slightly into your baby cobra. Exhale, come back into your tabletop. Hips find the mat. Feet come around in front of you. Bring that left foot to your right knee. Work the bottom of your foot with those thumbs. A little bit of a foot rub. We're going to sneak one in. Pinch the ball of that foot. Pinch the outside of your foot. Let's swap. Right foot to left knee. Rub that arch. Rub the ball of that foot. Wiggle those toes. Circle that ankle. Pinch that heel. And find your legs nice and long in front of you. Go ahead and lay back on your mat. Release your head, your neck, your elbows, your shoulders, your knees, your hips into the floor. Maybe your feet fall to the side. Big breath in, clench everything, and big breath out. Release it all. Let's rest here for just 1 minute and think about what God is saying to us today about patience. And start to wiggle those fingers and those toes. Roll those ankles and those feet. Wiggle those knees and elbows. Roll over onto one side, curl up. Take 2 deep breaths here. Press up into a seated position, into your easy pose. Maybe your hands find your knees, palms open. Dear friends, may the light of the living God bless you and keep you today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow.